Welcome to episode 37 of the Fitasylum Podcast. Today we're talking the PT Network. This is the first time we will ever run our PT Network event, which is going to be amazing. It's completely free. It's on the 13th of December. H, are you excited for it?
I'm very excited, yeah. This is born from the brainchild of Dec and Harry, so it's good, man. I'm excited about it, yeah. It should be good.
Yeah, it was something that I thought would be good for all our students, because whenever we get them together, they share ideas, they collaborate, and that's kind of what we're all about at Fitasylum. And we're all about helping the students, and I think it really shows fantastic aftercare, if we would call it that. Just off pod, I was literally telling Harry that I broke my driver and Ping were replacing it, and people talk about they're famed for their customer service and for their aftercare, and other brands are not. Don't want to name any, TaylorMade, and where I think I think we have that reputation where students can always contact us and they feel comfortable contacting us. And I think that's a really good trait and something that I'm really proud of at Fitasylum, that we still offer support after. We do free CPDs. Yeah.
I mean, if they're successful, we're successful. I'm happy with that. It's good to see the stories in it. And we're doing workout whiz and we're doing pods and we're doing this and that. We like to collect their stories as they move on and be successful, right?
Yeah, 100%. So for anyone who don't know what the workout with is, you should do. It's our YouTube series where we go out once a week and we work out with a student. They tell us how they're getting on with their PT business or their life. And we've had some amazing stories. So Toby's was the first one that launched on the 4th of November. And, after the episode, he was telling us that he's made over 50K that year, which is amazing. We'd love to hear those sort of stories. So well done, Tobe. The one that will be launching this week will be Amy's, and Amy's got an incredible story, guys. She's got half a heart, and she's got no excuses. She's already set a gym up at home, and she's already got clients, and she's doing really well. So it's amazing to see these people on different parts of their journey. And as I think I said it in the video, Cal, can you remember editing that bit where I just said that's like the thing I'm most proud of is when the students become successful because we're doing our job then.
Yeah, because we're not just a training provider, I don't think. We're setting people's lives up, so we need to make more of an impact, a difference in their lives. We can't just say, here's your certificate, go on, do whatever you need to do. We're more than that. I want to be more than that, don't you? Like in life, 100%. You just want to be more than that.
We want to be good at our job. We get job satisfaction for ourselves, but also it's, we impact people's lives. Like when Hannah was saying and Toby are saying, like, literally, this is what they were born to do. Yeah. They're so proud of themselves. Yeah. They love what they do. They're changed people. Yeah. They've gone into careers and done really well. But going back to the PT Network, we have 4 guest speakers. So the event will start at 11. Holly's our first guest speaker, which is amazing.
What's she talking about?
Obviously, usually she's the menopause coach, but I have asked her to discuss hormones from both male and female.
That's good, because that's a lot of like an untouched subject in a way, isn't it? Like testosterone and
estrogen. We're going to talk all about the differences through different age groups. So she'll probably start touching. Obviously, I've not actually spoke to her about this yet, but probably start talking about pregnenolone, ADHA as they start dropping, what supplements you can take, how you can basically affect and help people's lives through that side of stuff. Whether it be with training or nutrition. Something that I talk to like students about is like, if your client isn't training legs or isn't using heavy compounds such as like a squat or some sort of deadlift variation, you're missing out on a lot of the stimulus that gets or creates for the hormones. So that's really important. Our second guest speaker is Mikey. He's going to be talking all about programming, which is going to be amazing.
Yeah, awesome.
Then we've got a 12 to 1 lunch break where we will be networking. And I think networking is very undervalued in PT, but it's so important. I would say my network is one of my greatest strengths. It's something that I've built up just from being a natterer and talking to everyone and getting out there and being in the industry.
And we say that in the mentorship program, don't you? You've got a whole module on it when we talk about how to network, who to network with, how to speak to people, like what the best ways to monetize that is as well.
So obviously we do this podcast in the restaurant, and all the people that, what you don't see on the other side of the camera is this morning the restaurant had to have a lot of work done over the last couple of days, and all those people me and Daniela have met through networking. The electrician company who've come in, Daniela has known them for many years. They eat here, and we've got a really good relationship with them. So when we ring them and go, this needs to be done urgently for our business to be back open.
And they want to help, because that's the thing. People want to help, they're more likely to do it. So.
Yeah, 100%. And the joiners that we use, actually, I did literally meet them at a networking event, which is really funny. And that was like 7-8 years ago.
And people remember, right?
Yeah, and also they provide business to us because they'll recommend us. And that's how, life works. And there's obviously that massive famous saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Yeah. And I really do believe that's huge. Yeah. Like Dave, our director, knows everyone, doesn't he?
He does. Within the leisure industry.
Wherever you go, he's people know him.
He's usually taught them or he's worked with them. But
yeah, he's old. And then after lunch, very aptly, we have a nutritionist or a nutrition coach. Mike Shreds, if you want to check him out on Instagram, a fantastic nutrition coach, provides a lot of nutrition planning. I've seen a lot of the results he's got with his clients, and he's going to be amazing.
He'll be on the pod as well, won't he?
Yeah, he's going to be on the pod as well, 5th of December, hopefully. So his pod will come out in January. For anyone that doesn't know, we record these podcasts a month in advance. We do a big day down at the restaurant on a Tuesday. We get 4 or 5 podcasts bashed out. And for anyone listening, if you want to set up your own podcast, I highly recommend doing that because it's quite a big setup. If we did one a week, it'd be very difficult, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. It's time consuming, isn't it, to be fair?
Efficient. We're efficient.
Yeah, I mean, if that's all you were doing, then fine. But obviously, we've got a training provider.
We run a training provider.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
And then the last guest is Coach Gators, Chris Gators. I'm going to say in my top 3 coaches ever. And the stuff he's going to teach is going to be like next level. It's going to be stuff that he's going to talk about how he trains, and he connects not only training to the physical aspect, but also to the mental aspect, your psychological approach, and how it affects you short, medium and long term, whether that be your exposure to sunlight, your grounding. And he's going to talk a lot about that and how your childhood, your life affects your training and vice versa. And it's very, very deep, but it'll be amazing. And then that'll take us to 2 o'clock, 2 till 3. We've got a big group workout, which I'll be hosting. I'll be doing that and running that. I'll be the big cheerleader, getting for everyone through the workout. So everyone did ask, why am I not doing a guest speaker slot? And that's because I'll be there running the event. I'll be
you'll be
MC, as they call it.
You'll be speaking, you'll be adding new thoughts, and you'll be doing the Q&A parts as well. So you'll be making sure that they get best value out of all the guests.
I have run events similar to this in the past. At my gym, we used to do like teacher training. We used to do like PT training there. We used to run workshops for PTs. And if I was ever a guest speaker, it's hard because you might get pulled off stage because something needs to be done. And that'll be the same thing on the day. It's limited to 25 tickets. We offered it to our mentorship first. That's one of the benefits of the mentorship group, guys. If you are part of the mentorship group on the WhatsApp, we will give you exclusive access to the tickets a couple of days before, so you can kind of get first shout and basically our first refusal. And our mentorship group took up quite a lot of the tickets. Now there's only 6 left. So get yourselves booked on, guys. The event is absolutely free. But also, if you can't get a ticket, we will have a link in this podcast to register your interest. And it'll just be for our newsletter, and you'll be able to see when our upcoming ones are, because we will run 2 or 3 next year, hopefully. We're in the process of organising them at the moment.
Possibly bigger ones. I mean, this is obviously the first one we've done, so we've got some great plans for guest speakers, but we're looking at expanding it, making it a bit bigger, maybe having a couple of rooms going, get some employers in there. If you're looking at becoming a PT at a big venue, we're getting some employees to come in. So
eventually I would love this to be like a fitness convention in 2 or 3 years' time, where we might put on like a little powerlifting, weightlifting comp. We do a live podcast, people are collaborating, there's workshops, and then there's, like as Harry said, PT providers, course providers, but also gyms coming in, kind of selling their service. And I just think it'd be amazing. The industry has never really seen anything like this. I've obviously been to Body Power and Fit Expo, which is more the supplement selling stuff and the clothing selling stuff.
This is more just for education, isn't it?
Yeah, this is all about learning, developing, networking.
Yeah.
And that's, now I'm thinking about it, that's probably the tagline. I can't remember what I said now. Learning, developing, and what was it, Cal? Educating, something like that. He's not listening. He's on Football Manager, which is like the greatest game.
He just realised you can get it free on Netflix, and I've just realised that, and now
We've all
I'm going to download that straight after this.
Harry, this is my notice that I'll be off work for the rest of the week. Playing the new Football Manager.
If you can take Wrexham into the Premier League, I'll accept it.
So H, what networking events have you been to? Do you do a lot of networking in your job, or is it more one-to-one, kind of in reverse networking, where it's not specific networking, you're just kind of going out meeting people?
Yeah, well, we do. I've been to a couple. I've been to one where a network with Graham Hines years ago, where he basically did sort of a similar thing in terms of guest speakers. He links with leisures and council. Always had a topic of choice. I think the one I went to was about mental health. It was very, very good. Some influencers there. There was a Paralympian was there.
Nice.
It was a big event in St Helens. It was really good. And also Active IQ, our awarding body, they host one every year in London. And we go down and we...
Why have I never been invited to this?
And we talk about the developments of the qualifications and how that's going to change, because they're always wanting to change the PT qual.
They should
not to everyone's enjoyment, because then we have to figure out what to do with it, but they're always getting input from different people to say how to change it and make it better.
They should just ask us.
They should just ask. Well, that's why we go.
The tutors.
To show our voice, but they should ask everyone, really. You're right, but employers get a lot of sway of that, because they say, well, what does the industry need?
Yeah.
And then they figure out how's the best way to get it.
We will not talk about the qualification in depth. But no, the PT network is going to be amazing. The guys, you're going to be able to come, and the idea is that the other PTs will collaborate with each other.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, in the mentorship group, and sorry to keep harping on about it, but the great thing is, like, Amy is going to go meet Emma, one of the other, like, two of the students in the mentorship group. They're going to meet up and do a workout together. I want to spread more of that love and care from the other, like, PTs. I want them to meet up,
Let's go
collaborate,
just do
create content, you know, maybe share programming. Before the podcast today, me and Mikey were showing each other our apps that we use, like basically playing top trumps, which one's better, and you could do that, you know, industry. I would say neither. The conclusion is we need a different app.
different one altogether.
Both of us. But no, it's great to kind of share ideas and collaborate, and it's probably things that you might not have thought of.
You learn from, like, people doing the same thing but slightly differently. That's how you learn how to make your processes better.
A student recently explained it in the mentorship very well. She said, people ask questions that I haven't even thought of, but are very relevant to me. Yeah. And I thought that's really kind of, that hits the nail on the head. Yeah. People might ask questions that you've not even thought of, and someone might also give you some information you've not even thought that you need. That happens to me all the time. Yeah,
you don't know you need it, and you're like, wow, that's...
I'll give you a great example. Cal told us about Netflix games this morning. And
we didn't know we needed it, but we're happy that we know it.
Apparently I get Football Manager for free, so that saves me £10 every year. But yeah, that's the idea, guys. If you can come down, collaborate with each other. We will also be recording it.
Yeah, that's the big thing, because we are aware that it's only 25 spaces, and next year for sure we'll be opening up to 50, 100, whatever, but we are going to record every single guest speaker with Q&A and launch it as a live CPD on our Fitasylum Academy website.
I think if it was up to Harry, we'd be doing the large event straight away.
I've
learned from my previous events that we need to do
How many
baby
people
steps.
can you fit in Fortitude? Because, you know,
I reckon in the studio we could fit 40 people.
I think easy,
because we're doing the studio, so it's warm. But if we do one, say in the summer next year, we could use the full gym. The good thing about, guys, it will be down at Fortitude Fitness. I keep saying Preston, but it's more Poulton area. It is Poulton, actually.
They wouldn't like Preston.
If you want to go for breakfast first, I highly recommend Salt of the Earth. Amazing breakfast and coffee, and then make your way down.
Where we're meeting, is it?
Oh yeah, we are now. Now I just thought of it. And then we're going to go down to Fortitude. Carl and Sinead are going to set up everything, so it'll all be recorded, guys. And also, like, if you want to ask Carl and Sinead, probably not Carl, but if you want to ask them about like editing, creating content, you know, they're there because they're the experts. They do all our editing. They set up this amazing like mini studio that we kind of have on the go, and you'll be able to see their setup because we'll have the lights there, we'll have the cameras. I'd like to say we have the stars, but don't want to over-egg Mikey and Holly. But no, you come down, guys. You'll obviously be able to speak to the guest speakers, but prep your questions as well. If you listen to this podcast, which is out on the 11th of December, I'm going to guess. So which will be 2 days, 1st of December.
Oh, very good.
So it'll be out over a week, nearly 2 weeks before the event.
And we might, I'm just going to throw this out there, Dec's not even agreed to this, but if we do sell out well in advance, we might open up 5-10 more spaces if we get the interest.
I have already thought this. So
I'm just thinking, you said you get 40.
We've used Eventbrite, which is an amazing piece of software, and you get 25 tickets, basically for free.
You have to open another event, just slightly differently worded. Get another 25
But what we will do is we will open up some more seats for more people because we will sell out. We've already got like loads of interest.
We almost have, and it's
November. So. And like some of the other people that are, like it's basically sold out last month, and we will have another 6 weeks until the event now. So we will definitely sell out, even if we did one ticket a week. But But the other thing is, we will be opening up 5 or 10 more spaces, just because I feel like we could fit it. We originally wanted to do it for 35, but Eventbrite didn't allow us. So we will definitely be doing that, guys. And if you are interested, drop a comment on this if you're watching on YouTube, or jump on our Instagram at Fitasylum to DM us, and we will let you know if you can get a ticket if they are sold out.
Also offering a one exclusive spot, which we were just talking to Mikey about, which he agreed, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, off camera, sure, but he agreed to it. So we are running a competition place as well, where you'll get some free merch, hopefully from Verve, or even just Mikey themselves at Fortitude.
It'll be a combination of things. So you'll be like a free coffee from Fortitude on the day. You get a space from us on the networking, and you'll get something from Verve, hopefully.
That's in the works, so we'll launch that.
There's a lot of stuff in the works, guys, and
that's us on the tee, isn't it?
That's basically what I would say. That's a lot of my job role. We end up having a lot of things kind of like plates spinning, and then we announce it. But yeah, guys, also let us know who you would like to be as a guest speaker for next year, and what sort of event would you like us to do. If you have been to the event and you're watching this podcast retrospectively, let us know what we could do better. What do you think could make a really good PT networking event? So the whole premise for me is education, networking, and collaborations. And that's what I want to do. I want us to help each other to get better. And some of the other guest speakers that we're looking at is Thomas Hume, who you've seen a lot on our Instagram, second British Strongest Man this year. So he'd be a great one to come down. We've also Nick Davis, who's been on the podcast. He's gonna, he's talked about coming doing some stuff on mindset. We've got a lot of people who could come down. I think when people see the event as well, we'll get a lot more people who want to come down. We've got some people who are going to come and help us with marketing. We've got people who are going to come down and help us with content creation. So we've got a lot of different podcasts. Got a lot of different guest speakers.
Which will be pods now.
Which will probably be podcasts as well. But if you are interested in a specific person coming down, drop them in the comments, drop us a DM.
At them.
If you're someone who would like to be a guest speaker or on the podcast again, drop us a DM. We're not a podcast that kind of have a regular 2-person presenter, even though this is probably the regular. We do have a lot of guests, which is very difficult to find guests. And it is very, very difficult to organise it, because obviously we run one Tuesday a month to get everyone here and make sure it's all done correctly. So it is difficult. So if you are interested in becoming a guest, drop us a DM. But H, that kind of like our next podcast that we're doing, which will be episode 39, we're going to do a recap of 2023, look at 2024, answer some Q&As. But before we do that, what are you looking forward to on the PT network?
I'm just looking forward to seeing everyone.
40
people in the studio, so I'm looking forward to it, and just the vibe of it, because I know it's going to be a buzz. If we get the guests are great, I know obviously we know them really well, and everyone will just enjoy it. And that workout at the end, I think it'll be really fun. So I'm just looking forward to it.
I'm very, very thankful of our guest speakers. They've made my life a lot easier. I have kind of picked people who make my life easier. So people who I know are reliable, who I'm confident will deliver
good,
a great service.
They are good speakers, and they know the stuff. So happy days.
Well, it was funny. I did this came back because I woke up at like 3 and was like, I've got this idea. I really want to get it to go. Like, I need to get it out of my head, otherwise it's not.
That's what we did. That's why we have invite. That's why we use Teams. Just 100%. Bang it away on Teams and it's gone.
The to-do list on Teams is very good. But basically I wrote it down on notes, and then I said, I'll spitball some ideas of who I could get on as guest speakers, and the list was massive. And I reached out to most of these people and they all said yes. So I am very, very thankful that these people are giving up their time completely for free. And the information they're going to be giving is going to be amazing, guys. Like I said, next year we will be charging for it.
We're going to scale it up. This is definitely like a taster, tester, see, work out the wrinkles, and we'll go big, go large.
100%. Next thing you know, it'll be the Fitasylum Expo. That's my goal for 2026.
Sounds amazing to me.
So that's the long-term plan, guys. If there's anything you would like to see before then in terms of networking, collaborations, what we could do, that would be amazing. We would like to do some more practical workshops, but they are very, very difficult to run.
That's
with
almost
waivers,
like a different event, really, isn't it?
Yes, to a degree. But like you said, we could have different rooms going if we get more guests.
Dual it.
And even if it's something like showing people how to make the podcasts, because when we first started, we made a lot of howlers. And this is the third podcast I've tried to do, and it's only now that I feel like we're getting it right. And that's down to everyone, the team. Like Carl does amazing producing them, recording them, Obviously Harry, Gary and Dave like really supporting it as well, giving us the time to do it and the facilities like such as the cameras and stuff like that, so that's amazing. But in terms of going back to the PT network, which guest speaker are you most looking forward to and why?
Well, I love talking to Mikey, if I'm honest with you. I mean, he's in today doing the programming. He's just got a lot. He's a multi-business owner. His business is, he's got different arms, different angles. He's always doing something. I always know that he's a bit of a Del Boy, and he's always got something to go. And he's
such
doing
a great
this.
way to describe him.
I mean, he's got his coffee.
He's the Polton Del Boy.
He's getting his brands going. He's getting his merch going. So he offers to me a lot of insight about someone who's got a lot of energy within the industry. But Holly, I know nothing to next to nothing about menopause or hormones, so that for me is an educational one.
I actually put it down as my CPD when she did the podcast because I learned so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for me, I can't pick one because I know these people and they're all doing me a favour. It is, but I'm going to go through what I'm looking forward to from each one of them. So Hol, I'm excited to see how she delivers. Obviously, I have a personal kind of connection with Hol in terms of we have taught her. She's the only former student. Oh, well, Mikey as well. But me specifically helped her in terms of I ran her course and she did very, very well. And also she's helped me out with the mentorship. She's one of our mentors in the mentorship program. If you want a free month, jump in the comments below. And she's got better and better at delivering. The information she delivers is amazing. When people say to me, how do you post content? I say, look at Hol. It was really hard when she first started, but just doing it makes it better. Start with the first one. Just go and record some stuff that you're interested in and go from there. Her Q&A will be very interesting. Her knowledge around menopause and hormones is far surpassed mine, and that's just because she's got such an interest in it. And I think that's the thing, when people come to guest speakers, it's not about necessarily going, I'm going to learn everything and know everything. It's about just expanding your knowledge little by little. That little 1% every single day that you can get better is amazing. We've discussed programming on episode 38 of the podcast, so it's a little bit of a paradox in terms of we've already done episode 38 and this is episode 37. But we could have carried on talking programming for 100%. Ages. We could have just carried on for hours. It's an area that I'm very passionate about and think is lacking in the industry. If I did speak to Active IQ, I would try and get them to make it a lot better on the course and more simpler for students. So I'm very excited for that. I'm excited that, so basically they're going to deliver 20 to 25 minutes, a guest speaker slot, and then we're going to do 5 to 10 minutes of Q&A. So I'm excited for those. Obviously we've got the networking event in the middle. I'm excited for good coffee, some food, and just to chat to all the PTs, because what I'm not told, Harry, is obviously I've put this out there on social media, and 5 or 6 of the people signed up. I have no idea who they are. They're not part of Fitasylum, which is amazing. I put it on
ex-student, nothing.
No. I put it on a PT forum, and they've like very kindly posted it and been well supported. And then after lunch, Mikey is the person I know the least, so it'd be really interesting. He comes in very high regards from Thomas Hume, and I would say Thomas has never said a nice word about most people. So it is if you come in high regards from Tom, you must be good at your job. And then the last one also comes in high regards from Tom or T, is Coach Gators. He's personally coached me. I also had him in my gym coaching my clients, coaching my members, and he is amazing. Just so good. But the thing with Gators is the stuff is revolutionary. So it's whether you've got an open mind, and in the next 5 to 10 years, I would say his coaching style will be, people will just eat it up, and they will, it'll be a necessity to move over to that. He's 5 years ago, he's talking about how mental health can help fitness, and now it's so big.
He's the Arsene Wenger of PT.
100%. And he's not afraid either. Like, he literally lives that life. So that's what I'm looking forward to. The workout, I'll give you a little insight. I did ask Chris to run the workout, but this is the funny thing about guest speakers, and these people are experts in their industry. They are all terrified of delivering. I'd say Holly and Mike are the most confident, and Chris and Mike Shreds a little bit worried.
Anything new.
But I say this to people all the time. They're like, "Oh, Dec, you do really well on camera," and I'm saying it just comes from experience, just by doing, kind of not caring that you look silly. Like Cal will tell you, he's editing some of our workout widths, and we've definitely upped the personality in there, haven't we, Cal? Thankfully, Sinead missed my belly slide the other week.
Well, actually, I didn't read that. That sounds great.
Did she record it, Cal? Don't think so. But basically, I was trying to do a catchy like, share, and comment, and I tried to do a belly slide, and ended up just getting like carpet burn.
Nice. Oh, you did it on carpet?
No, it was on like laminate flooring. Right. I just don't know if I had the right momentum or if the floor needed to be wetter.
Right. Should have chucked a bucket of water down.
So then instead we did like a Rocky montage, didn't I? Does it look good? Yeah, that's the idea. The idea is it's meant to make you laugh, guys. Don't take myself too serious. And that's the whole Fitasylum way. It's all about effectiveness, developing, having a bit of a laugh and a bit of fun. So come down to our PT network, a little bit of a shameless plug, this podcast. But no, it will be really interesting. It's to give you more insight of what the networking event will be like, and also to give you a say on what you would like in future networking events. H, if there's one thing you think people should come down for on the day, what could it be? Give me one thing that they should come down for. Why should they come to our PT network?
To speak to other PTs and to learn how to be successful from them.
Awesome. Mine would be to come and have an open mind. That's the one thing they can come and learn from it. An open mind just revolutionizes everything. It's that whole bell curve of knowledge for me. I always thought I knew quite a lot in the industry. You meet other people in the industry, you find out that you're probably either midway or lacking in knowledge, as I found. And then it's just a great minefield of just more and more knowledge, and that thirst of knowledge just kind of heightens, and then you can send yourself down rabbit holes, as I did with Coach Gators. Went down what he gave me some reading lists, and I went down them, and yeah, it's probably the worst I've slept in a couple of weeks when you question your whole life in industry. But it's going to be a great day, full of learning, education, fun, networking, collaborations, awesome. And most importantly, just catching up with our students.
Yeah, looks good. Sounds good.
Good. Also, guys, thank you so much for all the support on the Workout With series. Thank you for the support on the podcasts. If you could leave a comment, that'd be greatly appreciated. And go and get your free month on the mentorship.
Yeah. Enjoy.